All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob at Smirking Gun Reviews. Today I'm going to be giving my final thoughts on The Man in the High Castle Season 3 and my thoughts on The Man in the High Castle in general. Because I woke up this morning and went to check my phone, and there, sitting there, you got some activity on YouTube. And, you get a little excited. You're like, oh, are people going to say something about the new Atlanta review or one of the best of reviews or something like that, or anything, Bird Box, Bandersnatch, whatever. And I did get a comment for about Atlanta, but there's also just another person out there who feels the need to, and this is just the internet, and I need to get used to it. And this video, I guess, is a response to all that, but just another slam, another person who thinks I don't get it, or that I shouldn't be watching the show, and if it makes me depressed, I should, just these people that they get so razzed up over my opinion on this show, that I'm not gonna ignore. Like, clearly, I looked at all the views on Season 3. Just for the first time in a while, I looked at all the views that I've gotten on Season 3. And to varying degrees, they're all right. Some are way better than others. But then I went back and I looked at my Season 1 and Season 2 reviews, which I did concurrently, bleeding up to Season 3. I rewatched Season 1 and Season 2 and reviewed every single one of those episodes. And the views on those have not moved at all. So clearly, if you watch the Season 3 reviews, you're not getting the full picture. You're just seeing part of my opinion on this show. And that if you watch just the episode 10, the finale review, which has the most views, because of course it does, people just want to know what people think at the end of something, because they're whatever. I'm not going to get personal about it, try to get too personal about it, even though I am taking this kind of personally, because it's just, and that's something I know I need to work on. But if you don't have context to why I have the opinion that I do about Season 3, if you only watch one video and you make this knee-jerk reaction to, oh, this guy just fucking hates this show and he should fuck off, and oh, you don't know what to, and it's like, dude, you don't know jack about me. And if you don't like my videos, make your fucking own. All it takes is a goddamn camera and the guts to put your opinions out there. But you don't. You have the guts to be anonymous and be a little bitch. And I know I'm stooping to their level right now, but I'm too frustrated with this. Because again, I don't think anybody understands how much I care about this show. But I'm not giving it a pass just because it's The Man in the High Castle. Somehow it's above criticism. But I have calmed down since the week that I watched it. And I did explain on my best of, but see, those people aren't going to watch that. And they're probably not going to watch this, and I don't really care. I just need to get this out there. I need to get my final feelings out. Kind of just exercise the demons. And nobody's watched my Season 1 and Season 2 reviews. Not really. When I say no one, I mean, 40 people, 50 people, if that. And so you don't know, these people don't know, and just about the majority of my audience does not know that I love the first season of The Man in the High Castle. I love the second season of The Man in the High Castle, and I give it pretty much nothing but praise, except that I feel throughout, the one thing that stays the same, besides the unrelenting, depressing storyline, which I can handle, by the way, that our heroes aren't interesting. They're just not. They are very boring people. And if you go, well, that makes them more realistic. No, it doesn't. No, not at all. Not at all. because they're stereotypes, but they've made them the most boring stereotypes you could possibly imagine. You get Frank, who just hems and haws the whole time, and still gets, his storyline is just so harsh. You got Joe, who's just got some serious daddy issues, and Juliana, who just doesn't look like she knows what, she's in 3 seasons, she's still wandering around like stumbling through an episode like early Walter White, where she just somehow keeps managing to stay alive barely, like without even like just, it's the writers who are like, how do we get her out of this? Okay, we'll just write this. And then, like when Joe got killed in season 3, I was happy. I was like, finally, like Frank was tragic, but then they brought him back, and then they kill him again. Like, Jesus Christ. And then Joe gets killed, and I'm like, good, because he's not interesting. And I was like, you kill Juliana too, and it wouldn't have mattered because there's alternate versions of themselves, right? So you could always just replace them. But if you don't watch any of those first 2 season reviews, you don't know that I really like this show. I really, really like this show. I wouldn't have taken a week off at the same time that the show was coming back. I wouldn't have bought the fucking t-shirt if I didn't like this show. I wouldn't have, spent a ton of time on this if I didn't like this show. If I didn't understand this show. Because that's the thing that bugs me the most, is people acting like I just don't get it. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. And it's like, you hear the words coming out of my mouth going into your ears. Because I think you just hear the bad stuff. You don't hear anything else. It is all white noise. It's all just, I think the heroes are boring. This show is too depressing. This show is great, and it's well acted and well crafted, even though if the acting, they give them nothing to do except for villains like, Rufus Sewell's character, or I can't remember everybody's name right now because I'm a little too far removed from it at this point to remember everybody's names, especially the Japanese ones. But all the villains in this have real motivations. Their motivations are way stronger than what do we do of the Americans. It's not written well. And shows like can't get away with this. You can't get away with a show like this on network television. And I don't mean the content. I mean the writing and the story, the way you're dragging the story out. This show would have been canceled probably, if not season 1, midway through season 2. Because you can't, on a network show, make people wait this long for any kind of upswing. It just doesn't work like that. You can do this. I don't even think you'd be able to do this on cable. A streaming service is the only one, I think, that can take this chance. Because the way ratings are, I don't know how the ratings are done on this. But I'm fine with a slow burn. But you have to give us something. And not just, oh, look, at the end, one of the bad guys got, like, maybe assassinated. That's nothing. And guess who was part of that? Wyatt. Not any of our 3 main people. I do respect that this show is finally getting Juliana to what? She jumps to another reality. Great. But what's going to happen when she gets there? It's just, how many seasons do you need to take to bring some hope to it? And there's people that have commented, if you're looking for hope, why are you watching this show? Why are you watching this show that you're looking for no hope? Okay? Who watches a Nazi show going, oh, I'm so glad the Nazis are still winning? Because that's what those comments sound like. That you're just like, thank God I get to watch I'm going to tune in to another episode of Nazis Win. Do you play video games like Wolfenstein and pretend that you're a Nazi? Because I don't know how you can as whatever country you're from, Nazis are bad. Okay? I didn't know if you heard the news, but Nazis are bad. And watching 3 seasons of Nazis just still stomp all over us. I don't know how anybody gets pleasure from watching it. I watch it on like I love history, so I love the historical basis and the sci-fi elements. And I'm just waiting around now for something good to happen. Something good. But no, nothing good really ever happens. And again, I will take responsibility for how the trailer for season 3 made me feel. Because I finally, after a long wait, knowing this show was coming back, and then they give us the trailer, and I got my hopes up so high because I thought this is it. This is the season where things change. And if you don't believe me, watch that goddamn trailer and tell me you don't feel hopeful by the end of it. And then compare that to the finished product. That was on me. I should have tempered my expectations. And since my reviews are basically almost like reaction reviews, and that's where I have to take a step back on my reviews. And I've complained about people overreacting to trailers and things. And so I will have a gut reaction, and sometimes, depending on what I'm watching, I will react a certain way. Sometimes I can watch something and be like this, how I'm talking right now. But if like The Handmaid's Tale, I get real amped up when I review that show. And that's me commenting on how I get disgusted about how men treat women in that show. And I just get in the very, like, the religious stuff in that show. I get really passionate about talking about that show. And my reactions are very, very boisterous. Let's put it like that. And so when I watch something like The Man in the High Castle and something upsets me, and I just finished watching the episode and I'm making the review, my review and the way I talk is going to be very animated. Because I don't like to be dishonest. I like to have everything be my first gut instinct. Because otherwise, I'll sit there and think too much about it and then start, censoring myself. And I don't like to do that. I like to be really honest. The downside of that is I don't take more time to process my feelings on it. So that's what I'm doing here, is now that I've had time to process, how do I really feel about season 3? And I am excited for season 4. Just to speak of, by the time, as I think about the end of season 3, I am excited to see season 4 and see where it goes. And I won't have my expectations blown out of proportion the next trailer they give me. But I'm not going to apologize for my opinions on this. It just got to be, I watched 10 episodes in a row practically. I binged watched this, and so I had 10 hours of human misery shoved down my throat when I was looking forward to some awesome stuff. I mean, I think the most awesome thing in that season probably was when Tagomi killed that dude that came to kill him. And I did the Mortal Kombat music because the guy who plays Tagomi was the original Shang Tsung on Mortal Kombat. And I enjoyed that a lot. And again, all the performances, even the stilted, boring heroes, were all done well. And like I said, the production quality is all there. It is a well-made, well-acted show. I just have a major problem with the writing. A major problem with some of the dialogue from the heroes and just the story structure and how they're just dragging this plot out for what? I mean, I got asked by Amazon to give my opinions and how to improve further seasons of the show. And I'm sure a bunch of other people did too. And I just was honest with them, like, and hopefully maybe they take my opinion in partial, like maybe use some of what I said to take some of it to heart. But to all of you that has watched the season 3 episode 10 review and have found it necessary to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, watch any of the episodes reviews of season 1 and season 2 and tell me that I don't love this show. Okay, I'm not just in it for views. Views are nice. In fact, when I went back and looked at the views for season 3, I was like, wow. I didn't see them move up because I move on. And that's what this is for me, is I need to move on from this. And I'm going to try to figure out how to turn off the comments on season 3, episode 10, because I can't have that anymore. I can't look at that anymore because it's just too depressing. So anyway, I hope that kind of answers some, questions that anybody might have, or if they want a second take. But I don't expect a lot of views on this. And since my channel is now losing subscribers, I haven't even hit my goal of 500 for last year, and now I'm losing subscribers. Then it's like, it might as well just be like, fuck it. Say what you want to say, Rob, because if everybody's going to jump ship, then, you might as well tell everybody, really honestly what you think about things. And so that's it. This is the last time I'm going to talk about The Man in the High Castle season 3. And if this doesn't cover it for you, or you're still just going to be a little bitch about it, well, that's on you. I've tried. So anyway, this is Robert Smirking Gun Reviews saying have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.